Hey, here we are live again for this is our second live Z brief. Well, I should just quickly ask you, Anastasia, how are you? What's happening? You ready for the snow?
I am ready to be done with the snow, but hopefully we'll make it through. How about you?
I've got snowshoes, man. I'm ready. I'm actually looking forward to going out there and tromping around in the snow. I also want to give oh, hey, thanks Jenny for joining, and I want to thank Jason for doing our usual technical stuff here. Today we're going to discuss a film called Test Pattern, and it's about a young woman who lives in Austin, Texas. She meets a guy. She's very attractive and confident. The guy is a bit off. He's a tattoo artist, and then there's some non-linear elements that kind of confound expectations and kind of keep things off kilter. Jason, do you want to show the trailer for this one? Give people a taste.
How was work?
Yeah, they're really cool. I mean, mainly women, mostly white.
I think you should have a good girls' night.
You two beautiful ladies want to dance.
I think we should go to the hospital.
I'm sorry, but we're not going to be able to conduct the examination.
How are you? I don't really remember much. You guys don't have rape kits?
Actually, we suggest that you go to Bryson Con. You're on the list. We drove all the way here.
Why is this so important to you?
Come on,
No,
Nate.
seriously, why?
Don't we need to figure out what happened to you?
Well, there's a trailer for this film, and it's, obviously it deals with some pretty heavy issues. I'm going to actually hand the baton over to you, Anna. I'm very curious right off the bat. What was your take of this particular film?
This is a film that I think I was a little more critical about. I think it addresses some really important topics, and there are definitely things that need to be talked about and brought into the open. But for me, I think it came across pretty heavy-handed and pointed, so that as a viewer, I didn't really feel like I could question the situation and the characters. I was mostly told exactly how to feel about things along the way. To me, the most interesting part was their search for the rape kit and trying to get that done. And so I thought that was a very well put together part of the film, but it didn't make up a lot of the film. So I think maybe exploring that would have done the film a little more service. But this film has gotten a lot of great reviews from the New York Times, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, and very glowing reviews on that front. So I would recommend checking it out to just see what you think, and it is something that should require more conversation. So do check it out. Pablo, what were your thoughts on it?
Speaking of conversations, I should point out real quickly that there is a 40-minute conversation with the filmmakers of Test Pattern. You can see it on YouTube, and it's a talk that kind of goes into some of the inspirations behind this movie. Although I do have to warn people that there might be a few things that you'd consider spoilers regarding the ending. So you might want to wait until after watching the movie to go to that conversation. But I think this was a really audacious little movie. I admired the realism. It doesn't do anything. It's funny because in the trailer it it gives it kind of mentions Thelma and Louise, but like Thelma and Louise is it's a very big Hollywood movie, of course, and it's kind of bombastic, and it's got these, you know, it goes for a lot of sort of sizzle. Whereas this is definitely more of a low-key movie, and it's dealing with some pretty heady items, you know, relating to sexual abuse, consent, some racial issues as well as gender issues. So again, it does a lot with little, and I do admire the audaciousness of it. It's also, you know, it covers uncomfortable subject matter, so some viewer discretion is advised. Of course, we're constantly being bombarded by headlines of men behaving badly, and so if you want to take a break from that subject matter, I'd certainly suggest something a bit lighter. And we do have a bunch of other titles that dropped that you can watch through the internationalfilmseries.com website, including one called Long Live Rock, which has and features Metallica and Guns N' Roses and a whole bunch of other hard rockers. And there's also one called Inheritance, which looks at issues regarding community and art. And I do want to, you know, a little quick aside. I'm gonna, you know, I know I've gotten on this particular beat before, but it's Friday, and we're doing this live, and you know, I usually when I get to the weekend art section of the New York Times, which is invaluable for any film programmer because of all the film reviews that it has. And I usually don't get to read the reviews until Saturday, and that's still the case. I still haven't gotten to the reviews, but I did open it up, and there it is. You got Long Live Rock and The Inheritance, and The Inheritance, by the way, got a New York Times pick. So to me, although of course I can't wait to get back to Munzinger, and it looks like we can now be optimistic that that's going to happen in the fall. In the meantime, being able to do this, where we're actually able to share the movies that are being reviewed on the day of their being written up in the New York Times, that is just astounding. So it's really, yeah, I kind of geek out on this. And Jacob, what's that? Oh, there we go. So Jacob is letting us know that one of the filmmakers was a guest of First Person Cinema a few years ago. So Jacob, thanks for tuning in, adding to the conversation. We are slowly training ourselves to kind of, you know, look at the comment stream as we're also gabbing. So we tend to get a little distracted maybe. We're going to keep this one short. Just, I'll be honest with everyone tuning in. I've had like 3 hours of sleep, and I feel like I could use a nap right now, but I still got some other things that I need to attend to. So sorry to keep this one a little on the shorter side, but we do hope that if you have, I mean, and we're about to get snowbound apparently. So if you got some time to kill, and if you want to support not just the International Film Series, but also the independent film distributors that make these films possible for like the independent filmmakers out there, just please check out the website, check out what we have to offer, like Test Pattern or Long Live Rock or The Inheritance. And we'll see you again talking about movies next week, hopefully, if we dig our way out of the snow.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ana.